Kings, dear friends of strategy games, Cosmoteer, Starship Architect, and Commander has a lot of themes collected into one. And I think we best start off with who are you, Walt, and what is Cosmoteer?
So yeah, I'm Walt, and I'm the creative Cosmoteer. Cosmoteer is it's basically I kind of like to think of it as it's SimCity meets the Starship Enterprise. And so basically, what you're doing is you kind of you start off with a basically a little ship with maybe half a dozen crew or so, and you're going on missions, and by doing those missions, you're earning money and resources, and then you're using that money and resources to kind of upgrade your own ship. And the way that ship upgrading works in Cosmoteer is that you you're actually like designing your ship on a grid. So you're deciding where you want your weapons and thrusters to go, where like how you lay out your hallways, where do you put your control room and reactor and stuff like that. And inside the ship, kind of like there's a simulation of all the crew that are inside the ship. So they're doing various different things like operating the controls, aiming weapons, carrying munitions to various things that need them, the weapons that are shooting, right? For some reason, in this strange fictional future, no one has invented power lines. And so you have to like literally go to the reactor, pick up the giant glowing power batteries, and take them to, your laser blasters so that they can shoot. Um, and that's not just for show. That exists because that's what makes how you design your ship an actually
Yeah.
strategically interesting decision. Um, because how fast your crew can get power to your laser blaster that directly affects how fast it can shoot. So you have to like really think about how to do how you design your ship for it to function efficiently.
That's amazing. So basically, you have to keep in mind very much how efficient you are placing your rooms and path, the plans, the way of your crew members to run around. We'll show you later on. It's looking fantastic when you have your map of the ship designed out and your crew members are actually running in the ship around doing their tasks while you're flying around, while you're engaging with the world outside. It's magnificent. Something that I've noticed and that I have very much praise of is when developers do this. I've seen that you mentioned a lot of community feedback from the very beginning when you started creating the whole game. How big of an impact was that community feedback towards the creation of the game? And is there something would you would say that this is the fingerprint of my dear game testers, fans of the genre, fans of the game, and this exists because of their feedback?
Yeah, well, you say exists because of their feedback. Like literally, the game exists because of their feedback, right? I mean, that's like probably more than anything. Like, I don't think I would still be working on this game after so many years if it wasn't for like just like the enthusiasm and support of the community that has grown around it, right? I think I would have quit many years ago if it weren't for that, right? So when you say something that exists, well, the game itself, right? Even
That's
beyond
freaking
that,
amazing.
even beyond that, just like the just so many ideas, so much kind of like balanced feedback, right? So just kind of like a recent like a concrete recent example. um a handful of players from the community kind of they took the kind of free classic version and they
Hmm.
created kind of a rebalance mod for it, and ran a little tournament to test it, to try it out, right? And they sent me the mod, and they kind of like talked to me about the results of that tournament, and how it went, how the different kind of like balance changes that they made went. And I took that, and I incorporated a lot of those changes, not all of them, a lot of them. In some cases, I made tweaks, but I kind of like took them and I put them into kind of like the new modern version that's launching on Steam. And caveat, that's all still kind of like work in progress, right? So I'm still getting balance feedback, right? And I'm still responding to it, right? So I don't know exactly how the balance is going to be when the game launches, and certainly even after launch, the balance, like, I'm going to keep making balance changes as I always have. But that's just kind of a recent concrete example of that.
I mean, as how complex the game is, I guess it's a progress of evolvement, let's say it like that, where you just bring in features, bring in new guns, bring in new technology, and then just see how it plays along with the whole environment, and then collect the feedback and then make the various tweaks that you need. It's a living, breathing project that grows with the community. That is so cool. That is so freaking cool. Well, since we nailed on the topic of mods, I have also seen that it's already moddable. There's already Games Workshop. And talking of mods, how moddable are we talking? Like, how crazy can modders can go with what you've created and
You
give them
can,
access?
yeah. So you're probably not going to create an entirely new game, but you can certainly, create new weapons and other kind of modules for your ship, right? In the modern version, you could say potentially mod in your own factions. Um, you could potentially, I suppose, if you wanted, you could probably, this would take a ton of work, but you could make like a kind of complete new kind of, like give the game a new skin. So like if you wanted it to be like, in theory, like you could make like an airship building game instead of a starship building game, and
Okay.
like that would take a ton of work, but like in theory you could do that, right? Um, you're not gonna turn Cosmoteer into like a first person shooter. You're not gonna make it 3D or anything, right? But you can certainly like add new weapons and defenses and
Of course,
cool
in
new
in
parts, right?
in in the given the like borders of the game, of course. That is amazing. That's freaking amazing. And that's actually an interesting question I have here for you. Is when since we're in the modding topic, what would be the mod that you would love to see happen of the community making? Like, is there
Oh,
something that you would go wild if you would see that happening?
Uh, to be honest, maybe this is maybe not the most exciting thing in the world, but honestly, like the mods that I find are most useful to me, just as I develop the game,
Hmm.
are like mods that kind of tweak the experience for the better without doing crazy stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love crazy mods, but like those mods I can't really like directly. They're not probably really gonna directly influence the game. Whereas like a mod that kind of like what I was just saying, kind of like makes a bunch of balance changes, or perhaps fixes some quality of life things or something like that. That's the kind of thing where I'm like that's the kind of stuff where I can potentially almost like directly take that and put it into the game.
That sounds amazing. That sounds really good. Let's go further out of the modding topic. What was the most difficult part for you when we're looking at terms of balancing out the whole mechanics that you've implemented? We have the management of the crew, we have the management of the ship, we have
Hmm.
I don't know, is there like fuel systems and stuff like that you have to keep in mind of your ship to be able to travel?
Sort of. There's not exactly fuel except for hyper jump fuel, but you don't need fuel for your regular thrusters.
Okay.
Um,
So what was the hardest part of balancing them all out, and maybe even mention a few of the mechanics? You have mentioned a few of them already, as like the
yeah.
ship line
So
fighting things and the crew
sure,
management.
sure. Yeah. So I guess the other so probably like the hardest thing to balance is when like if I like add a new weapon to the game, and it kind of like interacts with kind of the physics of the game, because the game is also like the battles are all physics simulated and stuff like that, right? um so sometimes there are kind of weird exploits that show up, or ways, or like strategies that I don't necessarily and that I don't anticipate, which don't get me wrong, I think that's like really really cool. The fact that strategies show up that I don't anticipate is awesome. I think that really kind of speaks to the kind of the amount of creativity that the game allows.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, but they can also be pretty hard to balance, right? Um, and so, like a couple examples come to mind. A while ago, I added, say, like nuclear missiles to the game, and there are some kind of like wonky things around the actual mechanics of the explosion for the nuclear missile, specifically kind of how most of the kind of explosions, the area of effect weapons and cosmets here, they do damage instantly within a radius, right? But the
Okay.
nuclear
Yeah.
missile is kind of so big that I want it to kind of be a shockwave that expands over time.
Okay.
Um, and turns out that the fact that the shockwave expands over time caused like a number of balance issues. Um, one of my favorites being that if you could like fire, so you could like blow off a piece of your own ship, fire a nuke at it, so you hit this piece of your own ship that you blew off, and then
Okay.
you use tractor beams to fling that piece of your ship as fast as possible at the enemy ship. And it's going so fast, and the thing that's flinging, and the nuke hits it, and the explosion, kind of like the way the explosion mechanics work, is they stick to whatever it hits. So you've
Okay.
just flung this piece of your own ship that has this like expanding nuke explosion attached to it, and then if you aim it right, hits the enemy ship, right? That turned out to be like actually like a pretty serious exploit. So I had to do some stuff to kind of make that not as bad, because it was really breaking the multiplayer balance. Um, but yeah,
It
like
sounds hilarious though.
stuff like that will sometimes happen, and then I have to like figure out how to deal with that. Ideally, without kind of just stuffing out all of kind of the creativity, right? Because that's still like that was kind of an exploit. Was a really creative exploit. And I love the creativity. I just don't like the fact that it broke multiplayer. And so trying to find the balance between those is kind
Of
of
course,
can be
it
quite
has
difficult.
it has to be fun for everybody, and especially if you play multiplayer. And I guess there's also, is there PvP in the game in
There
terms of
is for
multiplayer?
sure. Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
um, yeah.
So in terms of, especially in terms of PvP, if a game is not balanced and feels unfair because of, well, exploitable mechanics or weapons, as you call it, that might cause a little bit of a bad face on those players. But talking of PvP and solo, what kind of experience does the player create or gets playing solo? I guess there's a campaign mode or something like that.
Yeah,
And what
there's a mode that I call career mode, which is
career? Okay.
basically the main single player mode. Although you can also actually play it co-op if you want with your friends. Um, Uh, but yeah, so like in that mode, you kind of start with a little ship. You go on missions, missions to like destroy bounties or rescue stations. You can also like mine resources from asteroids that then you can either sell or refine into actual construction materials that you can use to upgrade your ship. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like main career mode. Like you're going around exploring a galaxy. Um, yeah, so there's that. There's also a creative mode, which is basically just like an empty sandbox mode that you can kind of build whatever you want without any kind of
Okay.
money or resource restrictions. You can set up battles between ships and have ships fight each other.
That sounds amazing.
That also you can also like do that in co-op creative mode with friends or
Okay.
whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, and then it's like on the multiplayer side, like both of those, support co-op, and
Hmm.
then there are a few different kind of PvP battle modes, where probably the most popular is just the straight up elimination mode, where basically like I can choose a ship or small fleet, and you can choose a ship or small fleet, and we can battle each other, and see who is the best starship architect and commander.
Nice. And are these fleets completely designed by each like each ship individual that you can completely design for the multiplayer match and then send it in for battle?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. So you are certainly you're designing these ships yourself. Now the game does come with, I think it's over a couple hundred ships now that have been pre-designed.
okay.
I hired some of the best architects out of the community for the classic version to design the ships for the new modern version, and
Cool.
then they've done an absolutely incredible job. Um, so the game comes with a couple hundred ships that they have designed. Uh, and so you can certainly play those in the PvP battles. I would say those ships are largely designed to be ships that you fight in the main career mode, so they're
Hmm.
not necessarily the best kind of PvP ships. They're not, most of them aren't like really taking advantage of the PvP meta or anything like that, right? So if you take those ships into battle against like some of the best players, you're probably gonna lose. But you can do that. But like really, the meat of the game is designing your own ship. Usually, like in creative mode, you would design your ship ahead of time, and that's probably actually kind of about 2/3 of the outcome of a match right there. Is kind of how you design your ship. Then you take it into battle, and then you command it in battle, and see who wins.
So just to know, for Iman, we will show it in the game later on as well. But just for the viewers to know how crazy it gets, you can particularly aim at sections on the ship. There are support systems for the ship. You can like disarm their thrusters, and then they're just like a floating husk, and they can't react or move around and attack you further. You can disarm their weapons. You can specifically target a section of the ship, and it breaks off, and the little minions are flying around and terribly dying in space. It is wonderful.
Yeah, ships don't have like there's not like a big health bar that's like represents the whole ship, right? It's like each individual module or room or weapon that you build on your ship has its own health counter. And so like, yeah, you destroy those individual modules. Some like reactors or storages that are holding munitions will kind of explode real big when you blow them up, and they'll potentially take a bunch of other stuff out around them. Like you were saying, like ships can be blown into multiple pieces, and pieces will go spinning off. Even if like if a ship gets blown in half, as long as each half of the ship has whatever it needs to function, like a reactor and a control room and enough thrusters to fly around, then that's basically now its kind of own separate ship that you can control and can still fly around and stuff if you want.
Could it be a tactic that you can like make a multi-arm ship, and when it gets hit, it just becomes a swarm of ships? And
absolutely, yes. People will actually do that. Like they're generally called, I think splitters is usually the term. There's actually, nice. I specifically put a thing in the game called an explosive charge that you could deliberately blow your ship into multiple pieces without having to shoot yourself. Just to kind of encourage that tactic. So yeah, that's a tactic that sometimes happens, especially in the PvP.
Wow! I'm mind blown. I'm excited to jump in. But before we jump in, the last and the most important question that I always have for developers is, what is the thing that you are mostly proud of regarding Cosmoteer? Where's this moment right, where you like tap your own shoulder like this?
So I think there are like two things that come to mind.
Okay.
One is just kind of like the community that has grown around the game. That's just like I'm so proud of that community. I think they're like really good people who are really helpful to newcomers, and have just done an incredible job of supporting the game and supporting each other. So shout out to the community. I'm sure some of you are watching this. The other thing, just like about the game itself, like when I set out to make Cosmoteer many years ago now.
When was the start?
I made the original prototype back in 2011. If you can, that is more than 10 years ago, more than 11 years ago, I think. Math. Yeah. So, but my goal was like I wanted to make a game about building spaceships where exactly how you designed your spaceship actually mattered. Like I wanted it to matter, not just that you built a cannon on your ship, but like where you put the cannon on your ship. I wanted it to matter that it's like here in one spot, as opposed to say like a meter over or 5 meters over, or something like that. Why does that change the kind of effectiveness of your ship? And kind of the whole crew system that I built inside ships is like basically kind of the whole purpose of that is to make it matter like where you put things. And so I think the fact that has basically worked, the fact that it does actually really matter how you build your ship, I think that's probably the proudest thing I am about the game itself.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer. And I think you can, and you should. And talking of the game, I would say we hop right into it and
let's do it.
Show the viewers what we're talking about here. Then we have Cosmoteer, and do you want to do a multiplayer?
I'd have to boot the game up real quick, but we can give it a shot.
Definitely. I mean, if we have the chance, why not?
Yeah. Hold on while I. Are you on? You're not on the beta test, right? I have several versions of the game.
No, I'm on a normal test. Normal version. No, it says beta 2022-09 17.
Okay, I think. Ooh, I might be. This might take a couple minutes.
It's okay.
I think I need to actually download the correct version from Steam.
If you want to, if not, we can hop into single player. Although we could have a look in the meantime while you're booting up. And the creative
Why
mode.
don't we take a look in the meantime? And I should be booting up pretty quick.
Let's go into creative mode and just show off how intense and complex the shipbuilding is. So, there we have a new ship. And if I recall correctly, you start with these structures where you make the...
So you actually don't need to put structure down first.
You don't need.
Basically, everything comes with structure underneath.
Okay.
So you can just, as long as things are kind of all connected together, then it should let you do it.
I hear you. So, let's try out corridors. Something like that. Let's do a sort of version of Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, so often different people have different ways of different approaches of designing ships, right? I often like to kind of start with, say, corridor or armor or something like that, and just kind of like get a general shape of a ship together, and then kind of start filling it in. Other people have different approaches, though.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how the rooms and the gadgets are, so I'm just roughly throwing something together. So, what is the most core buildings that you need for the ship to function? I guess we need a reactor.
So you need a reactor is good. You're gonna need a reactor and a control room.
How big are those things? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's the medium reactor. The size of this ship you have right now, probably a small reactor is probably fine.
Then we need something to... Can they walk in between the reactor, or do they need space around?
They can walk through the reactor room, yes.
Okay.
You can actually see those little white doors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good. I'm gonna have the reactor there. And you said a control room, right?
Yeah, that'll be under the tab to the left of the crew tab. That one. Whoop.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So we need a cockpit as well, I guess, to fly that.
Yeah, that's good.
Or a control room, does that...
sizes. So there are a few different sizes of basically command rooms. Bigger ships would need larger ones, but you just built a small one, which is probably fine for this ship you have.
So then the thruster shows in what direction this whole thing flies and goes.
Yep. So it's usually a good idea to have, a handful of thrusters facing, a few different ways. Because in this game, the ships are physically simulated. There's a physics engine, and so it matters where you put your thrusters, right? So if you only have thrusters facing backwards, then your ship is going to have a pretty hard time, say, like slowing down to a stop when it gets to its destination. So adding some thrusters kind of pointing to the sides and maybe a couple facing forward is usually wise.
Is it like that? Oh my.
That's looking pretty good to me.
Looks fine so far. So what else do we need? I guess we need crew.
Yep, you need crew. Every ship needs crew. So you have the crew's bunk that has 2 beds in it, so room for 2 crew, and the crew's quarters can hold 6.
6 crew. Well then, let's.
And you want to be a little careful about where you put them, because it turns out that you can only put doors on them on certain walls. So you want to be careful not to cut the rest of your ship off. So you may. They may fit a little better, say, like to the left and right of that reactor. And you can undo it anytime you want, by the way. You can just hit Control Z.
Control Z. Ah, I see.
There you go.
And you mean like over here to place them?
I was thinking that probably if you put it there, then you're gonna cut off that thruster to the left. So I was thinking to the left of your reactor.
Left of
and
my
above
reactor.
that thruster. Yeah, like right there. But maybe if you rotate it 90 degrees, which you can do with right click. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So your quarters on the left, there's no door.
There's no
So
door.
your crew
Okay.
can't get out. So
Let's
you'll wanna
do it
rotate
again.
it so you can put a door there.
There's a
There you
door.
go.
There's a door.
Bingo.
Perfect. Perfect. It's come together. So I guess we also need some airlock hatches then later on for them to get out. But
Airlock hatches are pretty useful because well, so in the career mode, your crew needs to get out to like salvage and collect resources from enemies you've destroyed and stuff like that. But they still matter in kind of PvP too, because if you're say like the weapon so like the room or weapon a crew is standing in gets blown up, then there's a pretty good chance the crew will actually survive, but now they'll be kind of outside your ship, and you'll probably want a way for them to get back inside your ship.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
So they can go back to work.
So, and the airlocks are placed. Let's place them over here. Do they need a door? They need a door. Yeah. No, not.
They'll come with a door. So as long as they have some like hallway to connect to, then you should be good.
Okay. Although probably I need some guns up here in the front. So maybe let's bring them back.
Some guns would be useful.
Like that. Beautiful. What kind of guns would you reckon on this small ship?
So on a small ship, it's probably either laser blasters or the small cannons.
Okay. I like cannons.
You can maybe even get away with the heavy lasers on a small ship like this.
The heavy lasers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Those ones they're on the big side, but I think you probably have enough
Energy.
enough crew.
Oh, crew.
to
I
make
see.
this. Yeah, you have 12. So it's probably fine for a couple.
I mean,
heavy
one
lasers.
is piloting this thing, so two are sitting in
Yeah.
the seats of the heavies, and the rest is running
Yeah,
around
and
doing things.
Yeah, so the rest are probably going to be mostly occupied picking up power batteries from your reactor and taking them to your laser blasters or your thrusters.
I see. So would it is there one to like pick up what I have this set down? I think that's the select tool. There we go. So I could grab
Oh, you want to
this
move it?
here and then move
Yeah.
it maybe a little bit higher. So the path
Yeah,
is
that's
not...
actually the hand tool.
Oh, my bad.
Is probably more
grab
ideal
tool.
for that. But that's good. Yeah, if you want to get rid of your reactor, if you take it won't let you delete it because it wants to just put empty space there. Then your ship would be split in two. But if you just click on the corridor,
The corridor, yeah.
the button, and then just click on the reactor, it'll just
I
replace
see.
it with the corridor.
I see.
There you go.
Good.
My last piece of advice for your ship would probably be your control room is really exposed. Your cockpit is really exposed. So I would either maybe stick some armor in front of it, or maybe I would move it. I would almost maybe move it down. Again, the problem we have to watch out here
With the doors,
is the doors, right? Now, your cockpit doesn't actually necessarily need to face forward, so you can potentially rotate it.
So they can move through.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds-
it's a little
looks
weird,
good.
but hey, they have their their control screens. They can, whoever's in there can face whatever direction they want. Yeah. So you probably and maybe this would be a good place to stick a shield generator where your old cockpit used to be.
Oh, that's too far. Too
Maybe
big.
maybe the small one for a ship this size.
There we go. Shield
There you go.
generator up front. Good.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I would even, to protect your shield generator, maybe put some armor in front of the shield generator.
Definitely. How big is that armor?
Yeah.
Like that. And then make a veg.
Yeah, so you have a pretty functional little ship here. If you hit spacebar to unpause, then we'll be able to see kind of all your crew start to go at it. So we can see some of the crew are going to go operate the weapons. We can see they're picking up the power batteries from the reactor and carrying them to your thrusters and the shield generator. Your shield's about to turn online. Yeah, it just turned online. They're powering up the laser blasters.
Oh, this is so cool. Okay.
Yeah. So if you exit out of this build mode,
Where do I do that? Just complete out?
you can just hit escape or click one of the X's. There you go. Right. So now if you just like right click wherever you want and your ship will kind of just fly there. Or at least it will try its best, but I think the ship probably has pretty decent thrust, so we'll try
Hey, there we go.
to be able to. Yeah, so now we have a little ship that we can fly around and test out.
Is there a way to spawn in a pre-made ship as an enemy? Just
Yes,
see them.
you can, but before you do that, I would probably save your ship design, because if it gets totally destroyed, then you don't want to lose it.
And I do that.
So there's actually, so you see your ship name, it just says unnamed ship down in the lower left, right?
Yeah.
Click the little button to the right of that and say save ship design.
There we go.
And you
I'm
can
gonna
name
call
it
it
whatever you want.
Test ship.
Sure.
Good.
Cool. So now we won't lose it.
Now we have it in the library. Nice.
All right.
So how do we spawn in a wonderful ship?
Yeah. So if you wanted, you could spawn in just another one of your test ships that you just designed. But there's also a whole lot of other ships that we can spawn too. So whichever you want. So if you click on that My Ships drop down, click on built-in ships. It's pretty hard for me to read. So there's a little arrow to the left of built-in ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So click on the arrow. There's like a whole
there.
folder thing going on, right? So then we have the factions. If you click on the arrows next to one of those factions, right?
Let's
So
grab
maybe open up the
Imperium.
arrow for, well, I can barely read it. Set the Imperium. So if you click on combat ships for the Imperium,
Combat.
there you go.
Holy
So
moly.
now there's a whole lot of ships here, right? And it might help if we want a fair fight to sort by cost and pick something, pick one of the cheapest ships. Although the big ships are the coolest ships in my opinion. So
Let's try it with a small one, and then we just
Yeah, we can
throw
try
in
that.
another one and try it with a huge chunk. So let's put
yeah,
that
just
one
quickly
in.
wanted to spawn. Yeah. Yeah. So if we want to tell them to fight each other, then basically, all right. So click on the little menu next to the ship name again. You have to
Yeah.
put them on different teams. There should be an allegiance near the bottom.
Yeah. That should
So
be
put
player
it
one.
on a different player that's not player one. And now you should be able to tell the ships to attack each other. Or you may need to unpause the game briefly for the top ship that you just spawned to turn on. All right, so now you should be
There
able
we
to tell
go.
them to attack each other. And we can see their weapons firing and all that.
Okay, so we're gonna have a look at the ship in front, and we have on the right side up here our ship going on. Well, let's see. Let's see the havoc here. Oh, the lasers are starting shooting. There is some blockage of the shield. Look at them hammering in the shield.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep,
goodness!
Your shield is doing good work here.
Whoa!
Boom. Yeah, so that you made a ship that just totally annihilated.
That is a little man flying around. The poor boy. Oh, I
Yeah,
love this.
no, he's dead. Very sad.
Oh man. And as we can see here, the rest of the ship is still out here. I guess you can't tell my crew members now to go and salvage whatever.
Yeah,
remains.
you can do that if you want. There's maybe not a ton of reason to do that in creative mode because then you can't really use
I
the
mean, yeah,
resources
yeah.
for anything.
Of course.
But in the career mode, yeah, you would probably want to go salvage that and get whatever's left because you can use that to upgrade your own ship.
And also, I like how the music just switched when the battle started. It kind of really gave a good
Yep.
atmosphere. Good, really,
No,
really
the
nice.
music is awesome.
Okay, well, let's do quickly something very completely. Oh my goodness, I'm afraid to even have a look at this.
Some of these, yeah, it's
Okay.
ginormous, right?
Let's have a look at it. Oh my goodness, can I have a look at in the interior, like when I go over here? And
Yeah,
just
you hit
Oh.
you can also just hit the I key.
the eye
Yeah,
key.
so ships in this game can get pretty just I for interior. Ship skin in this game can get pretty big.
Wow. Okay, well then, sell the ship to turn around. Actually, let's leave a little bit of space. So it's unpaused. And
you can increase the game speed too if you want. The
oh, yeah,
controls at the top.
there we go. Let's let it turn around. The Alexander. Nasty name. Okay, so now we want them to put it on Allegiance Player 2. And we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna zoom in here.
I'm gonna make a daring prediction here. I don't think your little ship is gonna be victorious.
I don't think so either.
I think it may be outclassed.
I don't think so either. But let's have a look here. Also, that's what I wanted to show Chad is that you can target exactly where you want to hit and shoot. And oh my goodness, I'm highly afraid to see what is gonna happen here. Let's just target one of the guns here, and then well, let's unpause and see the havoc. Ship is up here of us. There's a crew member missing apparently, or at least it says something red up here. There's stuff flying towards us. There's missiles. Oh my god.
There's just nothing left.
That was the shortest fight I've ever seen. Oh my goodness, it launched all kinds of rockets and lasers towards us. That was beautiful.
Yeah, those are a whole lot of nukes that ship has.
I see. That was hilarious. So, have you downloaded it on your side? Can we hop into it?
Yeah, I should be good as long as we are on the same version.
Good. So, are you making one?
Yeah, I should have a game. That's me. I'm Holy Fuzz.
Holy Fuzz, let's join.
Cross
the
my
game.
fingers that it works. Hey.
Well, there we go.
Cool. So the way I have this set up, do you want to fight with that ship you just designed, or do you want to pick one of the pre-built ships?
I mean, we can pick the ship that I just designed. I mean, it needs a little bit of more.
You can do that. I will pick a pre-built ship.
Armor. Apparently, Chad is loving the Alexander.
The Alexander is a pretty sweet ship. All right, how much does your ship cost?
My ship was 72,800.
72,000. I'm trying to make this fair. Normally, I would just like set a price limit, right?
Yeah.
But it's just easier for you to tell me. Okay. Okay. I think we are good. Go ahead and hit the ready button when you are ready, and we will start.
Good. Okay, so this is a 1v1, so to say.
Yeah, just a simple 1v1 elimination battle. See who can destroy who.
Ooh. See, there's even asteroids going around.
Lots of asteroids. What are you doing?
Chad, let's have a prediction. Who will win this fight? I have no clue what we're up against here. Oh, this looks terrible.
I think I'm gonna hide behind this asteroid here.
I see.
I'm coming for you.
Well, let's see if who Who outguns whom?
Uh-oh. Now I have cannons, which are really nice, but you have shields.
I had shields.
Uh-oh, I'm about to lose the cannon. That's not good. Ooh. I have problems. My control room is on fire, and I don't know. Oh, I do have a fire extinguisher.
Oh, my ship does not have a fire extinguisher. And it looks
Well-
like I'm out of energy.
Uh-oh. I have now lost control of my ship. Boom.
Oh, I see. Well, that was
my
more luck.
control room burned down. Congrats.
It was more or less luck there that the control room got set on fire. Okay, let's do one more with an designed ship that is already done there. And
Okay, so I've set the cost limit to 1.5 million. So if
5
you
million.
want to find a ship that's worth about 1.5 million, and it can help to sort by cost.
Cost highest. Let's give the Polaris a swing. Good, I'm ready. Thank you, Chad, for the GGs. Looks like our Star Trek ship was not that bad. Holy moly, is this a flying sword?
Looks kind of like it, right?
Yeah, definitely, it definitely does.
Check out my ship. My ship is pretty cool.
Missile launchers, I see. What do we have here? Whoa. Okay, well, you did not lie. You can go quite ham with the designs.
I have no idea who's gonna win this.
Well, what I also like is that they have this form of heaviness as they are very big and chunky.
Yeah.
How big can you make your fleets, or how crazy can you go with your fleets, or do you design only one ship that you control on your own?
You can have a fleet for sure. Yeah. In PvP, the limit is 5, with the caveat that you can do that trick where you deliberately separate your ship into multiple smaller ships. But you can have up to 5 ships in your fleet. And then in creative mode, you can do whatever you want. You can have a fleet with 100 ships. It's kind of however many your computer can handle, really. Missiles away. All right, we both have missiles, and we both have 2 kinds of missiles: high explosive missiles and EMP missiles. The EMP missiles will drain power around where they hit. You're doing some
ramming
serious
each other?
damage to my ship. All right, we're about getting a little close there. Oh, I have. Ooh. I think because of the asteroids are here, we're brushing up against each other a little bit. I'm gonna tell my ship to back off because my
sword fights.
my ship doesn't have a very good thrust on it. Very good reverse thrust, I should say. It actually looks like ooh. See, like the front of my ship just
bursted away. Do ships auto fire once they are in reach of an enemy ship?
They do, yes. You can tell your weapons not to auto fire, but by default they do.
Wow.
Yeah, we have gotten a little stuck together here. You can see kind of like the tip of your ship has kind of gotten stuck.
Yeah,
in the wing of my ship.
And your lasers are just drilling into the middle.
It's because everything is just done in the physics engine, right? So if I have a bit of bit of ship that kind of is a place your ship can get stuck in, then it can happen.
Especially since I don't have any thruster to maneuver to the side. You're just now drilling into the middle of it. I love how complex and how each little detail, and especially you see the crew running around in these little hatchets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, getting stuck there was not a good move.
I've taken a lot of damage too.
At this point, I cannot move my ship anymore.
All right. Oh, I won.
And there goes the reactor.
I must have killed one of your control rooms.
Nice. That was good. That was good. Well, Walt, I say thank you for your time, for your precious, precious time. I will hop a little bit into
Thank you for your time as well. This is really fun.
I will hop a little bit into the single player career mode and have a look at how, well, how you start your career, how the beginning of the game looks like, and just show it to the audience a little bit what to expect here. What other mode since we're here in multiplayer, before we hop off, what other modes do we have as in-game modes?
So there are currently 3 different PvP modes. There's the elimination mode, which we just played, which is the simplest, where it's just basically your last player standing wins. There's a mode called Arena, which is kind of the same thing, but you respawn. You earn points from damaging and destroying enemy ships, and you respawn. So in my opinion, it works a little better for like free-for-all than the elimination mode does. Like if you want like a 3+ player free-for-all or something. And there's also a mode called Domination, which is there are kind of capture points around the map, and if you control the capture points, then you get some income, and you can use that income to warp in more ships for your fleet. So it's kind of a bit more of a strategic conquest mode almost.
Oh, that's amazing. Somebody in chat just said that switchage. Speaking of how large ships can get, the community has been making some very large, up to 5 kilometers long, with a mod that increases the grid size. Holy moly!
Yeah, so the default grid size is, I believe, 120 by 120, where each grid tile is basically a meter, right? So the game is, I will say, the game is not designed for 5 kilometer long ships. You can, but there are mods you can install that will like increase the grid size, and if that's what you enjoy, then fine. The game's not designed for that, but hey, if your computer can handle it and you like designing ships that big, you know, the weapons don't have range that can shoot 5 kilometers long, right? So you have like weapons on the back of your ship that can shoot like 1% of the distance, the length of your ship or something, right?
I hear.
But yeah, you can if you want.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Well, chat, give it up to Walt. Thank you kindly. And
thank you.
We're definitely gonna dive into a little bit more of this and have a look at the single player experience, and have a wonderful rest of your day, Walt. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy. Have fun.
Definitely. So, well, oh, hello there, Fire Squid. How you doing? Thank you kindly for joining us. Hope you had a wonderful time with Walt, the developer of Cosmoteer. I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown how intense, how complex, how detailed this Starship architect is. And I would say with no further ado, let's hop into it. Let's have a look at it together and see how the single player plays. Because I just love space games. I love sci-fi games. The game looks pretty neat, right? It doesn't even need fancy 3D graphics and 3D models. With mechanics like this, it's so wow. It's so wow. It's in depth. It's great. And oh, Benny, welcome in. Fire Lord, welcome in. Arena Ward, how you doing? I guess Jarhead and Switchy are veterans of the game. Or insta-crash the game at large. Okay. So, we are playing on standard. We're just gonna have a look at this here. Advanced options. What do we have? Galaxy size. Let's go... Okay, we cannot go crazy on the galaxy size. Crew fame ratio. Let's make it also in standard. And we start with a pre-design ship. Remaining funds 5k. I could load in a custom ship, but I guess I went too crazy with my Starship that I did. We have here one with 2 cannons. We have here one with some lasers. We have here one with 3 lasers and storage room and whatnot. I would say we're gonna go with the chunky C model and start it off with this one. I think. What do you guys reckon? Should we do the L model, C model, or S model? Jar plays for 5 years. Wow. The next panel is Tactics in the Future. It fits the genre of Cosmoteer. Amazing, amazing. Exclamation mark Tacticon chat. Check it out. There is a link towards the tweet with all the links that you need from the panels that are talking right now, from the games that are on discounts, and everything that you want to have a look at. Shields up, very nice early game. I see, I see. One of the large shipbuilders. I have made ships so large the price of the ship overflows to negative. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Thank you kindly for the amazing Cosmoteer community for joining in here and hanging out with us. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Also, shout out to Fire Squid, one of the publishers who has planned all this together with Hooded Horse, and they have done an amazing job. Let me double check here if I grab the correct link. There's the panel down below, and there's also the info in the comments of the game list. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, get money for buying it? Hell yeah. They give a couple of billion for it. Wow. Always the ass model. Okay, we're gonna go with the ass model, as chat inclines. Yeah, let's grab this one. There's a shield. That's why you said a shield early game is nice. I see. You shared planning on Twitter? Amazing. Amazing. We're gonna set that up. But-the-bam. So, give me a quick moment here to grab this. So, beautiful. Beautiful. Chad, we're gonna make the commands ready. If you want to check it out, this is the rest of the plan that we have for today, for next week, for next day, and the days to come. I'm sure you're planning on... Nice. Good. Perfect. Let's hop into it with the S model. Let's check it out. Well, hello, Luis. Bonjour. Okay. So, there are... I see a space station. How big? Oh my goodness. It's quite big. So the career mode, I guess you start small. You are interacting with... let's have a look at our crew over here. With some quarters at the back. We have 2 laser guns. We have a reactor up here. We have some storage room. And some good armor going on. This is quite a nice ship. There's a fire extinguisher over there. And some hatchets and some storage room. Okay. Okay. Then we have this comms module. And we can communicate with the... Ooh, nice. Deliveries, exploration. 1 to level... What is 1 to 3? Is that how difficult it is? Big part of why shields are nice for the career and they absorb the damage. You don't need to spend money to repair down parts as much. Oh, playing Cosmoteer since 2019. My favorite part is definitely the tournaments. It's amazing to see how fast meta evolves and how efficient PvP ships can be. That sounds amazing. I mean, I'm far from having the knowledge, but I would definitely like, if you guys want to, host such a tournament, if that is a future thing. And, you know, just show live the tournament and have a look at as a commentator, if you so want to say. And just, yeah, let's talk with the developer, with developer about that. Not even close. I see. I see. I spend most of the time modding and making large ships. Gotcha. Well, we have some bounties nearby. Fugitive bounty. Let's accept that. Let's accept that. Let's accept that. Actually, let's accept everybody who's like 1 and see how difficult they are. What is the nearest one? Let's make this a little bit smaller up here. What is the nearest one? The nearest one is over here in that area. There's an unknown signal up there. The majority of the players reside in the community a super long time. I myself exist since 2018. Wow. That talks for a game, if a community hangs around for such a long time. Quick feedback that I want from you guys. How is the whole looks of this? Do you would like to have the game bigger, screened, and not framed in a smaller frame? Okay. Now proper English. Would you like to have the game scene on the full screen with the logos on the bottom and the cam, or is this what you see right now enough to see everything? Try to get a mod going so you can add your own factions. Ooh, that sounds amazing, Jarhead. If anything, I should make it smaller. Okay, I like this little ship preview over here that we have. So we're flying into this target area, where we should attack some fugitives. We're hiding, apparently, from the faction up here. I have no clue what kind of faction that is. I'm just a contractor here. Oh, unknown contact. Let's fly towards it. Oh, enemy contact. I guess that's the one. I would love here if you would not know if it's an enemy or not until you have, you know, saw it on your scans and radars. You can alter this game speed at the top. Yeah, I know. I'm just taking my time here. Why is that showing up red? Is the crew member going to bed? Do they sleep? Oh, I see. It's not. He's not on his station. Do crew members need to sleep? Is that a thing? Okay, we're coming close. We're flying at each other at full speed. And let's try to hit one of the thrusters. There we go. We're starting to shoot. Ooh. Let me go even a little bit slower so we can take this in. We completely destroyed the thruster in one shot. Are you kidding me? For essentially androids. They don't need food or sleep. I see. Oh, they're getting shot at by somebody else as well. Oh, I fear for my ship here. No, no, no. No! I got shot in the back from the enemy. Take out the other thruster as well. Beautiful. And the ship is ours to grab, I guess. Oh, they're fleeing. They're abandoning. Where you guys think you're going? We are in good shape. We have no damage on our ship. Press G. And G lets me harvest stuff. Okay. That's steel. Coil. Steel. Okay, let's grab all this. And now look how the little mans are coming out of the ship, flying away to grab the... This is so cool! I can also mine the ship. Oh my goodness. Hello there. Let's take the ship apart and make money out of it. And they're bringing it over here to the storage room. How did I not know of this game earlier? Thank you, Tacticon, for showing me this. Friendly fire's off, so you find there. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, look at them go ham. Let's go full speed. I'm taking apart all this. Nice. I hope the reactor's not blowing up if they take that apart. Dude, where's he flying off? Look at that. Yes. Bring that in. Bring it in. We want the material. We're gonna sell them. So not only do we get money for destroying him, we also get money for taking it apart. Over 10 years of development, but worth the wait. I agree, Switchy. I agree. Wow. Go, my little minions. Okay, let's boost this up a little bit. So they go and collect everything. What's happening? Oh, enemy ship inside? Enemy ship coming in. Can I tell everybody to move back? Okay, everybody is in position, I think. Although these guys who are flying around, are they members of my ship? Please fill up my shield generator. Thank you. There we go. I think we need another crew member thingy going on. Let's go for this. These are crew members from the ship I destroyed. And they're just flying around there until they died. It's just so cruel. And we'll see there are EVA crew if you have any. Yeah, I saw that on the bottom side. That's true. That's true. Thank you for all the hints and tips. We're capturing it from behind? Oh, hit it. Okay, turned around way too fast. Let's try to hit the cannon. Because it has only one front thing. Cannon shots coming in. He missed. We hit him. We hit him further. Come on, keep the shield up. Keep the shield up. Yes. Yes. Boom. One more. Come on. There we go. What do you do now, huh? What do you do now? Let's destroy the thrusters. There we go. One gone. Another one gone. So, let's fly around. It has nothing to damage me any longer. Let's just try to pass it. Does it try to ram me? I think it tried to ram me. Okay, let's just turn around and try to shoot on the thruster. They will unfortunately suffer low death. A slow death in the cold vacuum of space, but I headcanon they make it back to a station. I think they're just gonna die in space. They will suffocate out there. Or just end their pain by just, I don't know. Let's shoot the reactor. That should take out the ship. Dude, I love this. Oh! Wow, the whole ship is just blow. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad. Let's take all of this if I have even the space for that. Wow. This was insane. Okay, so targeting the reactors might not be a good idea if you want to harvest the other ship. Will you also stay after the release, since I'm sure people will be modding in some parts that will cause very big explosion. Switchy, I'm in love with this. I want to... man, I will... Wow. I want more of these. I'm so happy that we had Walt on the show, and we're able to talk to him, and he introduced us into this gem of his that he's working over 11 years now. And this whole thing is only possible because of you guys. So receive the payment from the Lobo station for that. Let's speed up the time. Collect all the things that we can. And have space for. There we go. I wonder, do I still have space for the rest as well? It doesn't look like it. Storage is full. Can I check my storage somehow? I can check my storage somehow. Okay. So I have... I see. I see. Okay. Quick tip here from the pros. How should we expand on the ship? Or should we wait for some money to accumulate before we expand the whole module and go crazy? And like make it bigger with maybe 2 shields and I don't know. Probably have to break apart the whole module that we have here to make something different. But I like how compact this whole thing is with some big thrusters, some side thrusters. It's like super agile in terms of moving around. But the back is a little bit unprotected, but yeah, you hopefully never have to fight from with the back towards an enemy. So let's go back to the station, and let's holler at it right away. Oh, I'm not in range. I see. Is able to help more with building. I see. I would bring the reactor closer to the lasers and shield, so the energy is delivered faster, and potentially adds 2 more lasers for more damage. 2 more lasers. Yeah, we have space for 2 more lasers right next to the shields. Let's go back over here to the station first, and then we have a look at that. Eliminate Marigold. I'm sorry, Triss. You're never gonna see Garrett again. Skull to your demise, Marigold. Skull to your demise. May you dine in the golden halls. Boo boo. No ship within range. Are there modules that increase my range of the ship in terms of scanning and comms? Hail the station. Accept payment for that. I'm getting 2k. My fame goes up. And the fringe system resistance reputation goes up. Interesting. Thank you. There's a semi-planned, but not currently exist in any fashion. All these additional will require more crew. That's true. The scanning room increases range, but you will need to progress for an hour or so before it becomes economically available, most likely. Yeah. Totally. Small expenses. Let's see if we can add some more ships up here. So let's go into construction mode. We have maybe the room. Is there a button to repair all? So the hull's got a little bit of a damage. Okay. So somebody said to bring the reactor closer to these. So switching out the cockpit with the reactor might be a thing. How do I do this? Can I build it like that? Probably I need to take it apart like this and select tool, delete tool. If I delete it, what does it say? No more command rooms. Oh, build more command rooms. Fair enough. The command rooms were which section? The ship section. Try to click on the bottom left button. Let's go into blueprint mode. Mirror mode? Blueprint mode. Oh. Thank you. Boop. And now we want to delete this room. And now we want to put in a small reactor in there. Okay, so this is nearer to the guns now. We have the fire extinguisher on that side, so we need that to put on some other end. Okay, okay. Good, let's think about this. Lasers. What did the point defense do? An automated defense system that shoots down enemy missiles. I don't think we have to worry about missiles yet, I hope at least. So we're gonna do another laser blaster. Over here, a little bit forwarded it. So we have the doors ready, because otherwise there will be no door. When selected, drag a box around any parts you want to copy. When selected, click on the ship's part. It will grab and pull it in hand so that you can place it elsewhere. Hold shift to duplicate it. Okay, where can I put this? I could have it like this. But that will block off some room behind the storage. Actually, that's not so bad. Yeah, that's actually not bad at all. Let's do it behind the storage. Yeah. Good. Then we want another laser. Oh my goodness. It'll be crazy. 4 lasers. And we need more crew for this. So we want some bunks to be crafted. No, doesn't work like that. Okay. That's 8 people. It's still too little. I might take one out of my storage rooms and just, instead of delivering and whatnot, make another one of the bunk houses there. Yeah, I think we gotta do that. There are unaccommodated modification to these ships. Are you sure you want to No. Where can I say okay? Make it so. Oh, there it is. It costs me this and this and this. Okay. Good. Let's sell the rest that we have. Comms. Not doable. Okay, no comms. Then just fly a little bit closer. The ship cannot be controlled. Oh shit! Are we just crashing into something? I think we're fully crashing into something here. Because we have no storage, no power in the control room. I think we're gonna die. Oh, bollocks! I think we're gonna crash into this miner ship. No, actually, maybe we're passing this, but I'm not sure about this. Oh gods! Please bring energy into the ship. Bring energy into the ship. No, we're ramming. Oh, there we go. We just did it. We just did it. Oh, throw up the thrusters. Come on. No, don't hit it. Okay, chat, do not design your ship while on full speed. It's a bad idea. Stuff like this might happen. Stuff like this might happen. Okay, let's hold the station. Let's see here. I have Hyperium. That is a crystal that is used for hyper jumps. We don't have such a thing yet, so let's sell them all. Let's sell it all. I have hyper coils. Let's sell them all. I have uranium. Let's sell that for 1k. Initiates trade. And now I guess that my people will go out of the ship to bring it over, as I see the mining ship do the same thing. Is that true? Oh no, there's people from the station coming grabbing that. Oh, that's even more convenient. Nice. Dude, I love this. So much attention to detail. This is so good. There goes the money up. We're up on 8k. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what we want now is blueprint mode. We want to switch this out and put a quarters in there. But if I put a quarters like that, there is no access to the fire extinguisher. But I could paint it like that and put the fire extinguisher on that side. So either this direction. No, I cannot put it on that side. What about the bunk? That's just 2. That is a quarter for 6. So if I put 2 bunks in here, I still don't have access to that. Fuck. I'm gonna figure out the problem with the fire extinguisher. Okay, let's build that over there. So let's grab the fire extinguisher. Where do I put you? Where do I put you? Gonna put you over here. Yep. So we're up on 12. That should be enough, I hope. Will it burn to death? That should be enough, I guess. Make it so. Take this. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening? While we ramming ships. Ooh, okay. Okay. We're good. Let's hollow this. Let's grab crew members. 6 people. So how are we looking now on... Where was that? Over here. 12, 1.5. Looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. Maybe let's have a little bit of armor on the backside, just in case we're getting hit by something back there. Okay. Something like that. Good. Let's go to our next mission of elimination. That's over there. You'd be surprised how often they're forgotten. PvP tournaments consistently have one match decided due to lack of fire extinguishers. Wow. Can I say that I love the music of this game? It's giving me such a good atmosphere. Wait. Wait! Can we not get to that room? Oh no! Why? No one said something. Let's head back to the station. How the song changes even when you zoom out. It does. Super good. Okay. We have an issue with that over there. So I will just make the thruster... Oh, that is so stupid. Okay. Let's go back there and we'll figure it out. Are we even getting closer? I'm not sure we're getting closer. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, this is bad. Why are both of these firing? Place a door between the small thruster and the standard thruster, perhaps? Can we place doors? Oh. Thank you. Problem solved. Problem solved. We don't need to go back. All is fine. What is that question mark over there? Thank you, An asteroid field. Oh, I see. There's all kinds of materials that we can harvest. Well, we are not very a ship with a lot of space, so we're gonna go and fight. Will this ship fly around asteroids, or will it hit it right away if I don't say anything? Ooh, that was close. Let's go up here. The ship automatically avoids other ships and asteroids? Okay. It would be fun if not. And you have to actually pay high attention on how you fly and map out your flight. So we are in position. Wow, wow. Oh, the music. There's our target. Battle music immense. And there's no contact damage, so no need to worry about accidentally getting slapped by some small ship at high speed. Oh, that would be hilarious if you could make, like, kamikaze flyers. Oh, the new firepower is good. There it goes in. Let's aim for the reactor again. Oh! Imagine going around casually and you slam into an asteroid at 4 times speed, shredding your entire ship and exploding all over the reactors in under a second. Exactly, that's what I want. I'm just kidding. The uranium is super expensive. That one we're gonna grab as well. Do we need any repairs? No, we're good. We're good. And also, Yeah, let's grab whatever space we have left for the rest of the materials. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, just fly a little bit closer. Probably better that you just bounce off. Yeah. For the sake of continuity and not die in vain. Definitely. So, another one bites the dust. Let's explore this area, then come around, go through here, and go back to the station. Do the factions in between start like wars against each other and do all kinds of shenanigans? Is that a thing? It's like FTL but more complex. I'm very sorry. Unknown contact. Unknown contact? Woo! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. These are two. Actually screwed. It's made by the amazing members of Fire Squid, the publisher and the hosts of this event. Oh, I see what's happening here. Let's info the reactor. Ooh, they're shooting hard. Let's try to destroy some of their weapon systems. So we have no problem with that anymore. Good, and now mine through to the power core. One more shot and boom! Always there's passive events that'd be pretty cool to suddenly notice that a sector has been taken over. Now, instead of level 1 to 3, it's level 5 to 7. That would be really amazing if there's like wars going on between the factions and stuff happening. So let's fly a little bit closer. I like that there's physics that they're actually drifting off. So we want this, we want that. I have already an eye for the most expensive stuff here. Let's do that quickly before the other ship is coming. Normal speed. Just a lot of space waste. Can we be using bigger game screen? Oh, I see what you mean there, Zoltar. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it for the tomorrow session or later on. What is that? The stop drifting. Cosmoteers has air in space as a common joke to explain friction. So, path is set. Oh. Unknown contact. Let's see. Off the speed. What do we have? What do we have? Do we have to be afraid? He has one laser cannon. A laser blaster. Let's shoot it. We're aiming over here. Aiming over here. Actually, we can go for the reactor right away. The shield is holding. Shield is holding. Next shots are coming out. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits are coming in. There we go. Now hits on the reactor. Gimme. Make it go boom. One more. Oh! It is so satisfying. It is so satisfying. And it's so evil. Go and grab what you need. A bit unfair for him. I mean, definitely. The shield in front is super helpful. Let's go back to normal speed. The shield up front is super duper helpful. Looks like their weapons are not really coming through. Have a wonderful time, Hans. Thank you for hopping in. So, and now we're going over there. Unknown signal. What it might be. Let's speed it up. We shall never know. Enemy vessel behind us. Oh, that twist around is so good. Thank you, Patrick, for bringing up your shield. You have your cockpit up here? Are you kidding me? Chat, this will be... Look at that. Look at that. Into the cockpit, please. 1, 2, 3 shots. 4 shots are coming in. Then another salvo is coming in. Cockpit is gone. Ship is unflyable. It's just... can't control itself anymore. It's gone. Follow the ship. Whoo! Looks dead. Oh, there's a small fighter. Can you you can go crazy in terms of building. I'm not sure if you can build like a carrier ship that has small fighters and whatnot, but I don't think you can. Let's take apart these laser stuff and the big reactor. That should give us a lot of resources. Let's put normal speed. There goes out my little flyers. Come on here, taking this apart. Successful or not, carrier ships are possible to make, but they won't be able to reattach any ships into itself again, sadly. I see. I see. Okay, what do I get from an thruster if I take it apart? Let's have a look. Okay, just metal parts. Good. We're fine. We have a strong ship. Whoa. There's somebody outside. Go back. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. There is a demo for nearly all the games that are presented on the Tacticon. Exclamation mark Tacticon. Check out the tweet. If you have Twitter, please share, like, present it to your friends. Share the stream to everybody. If you like, you stay here. Also, smash the heart button. And let's stay in touch. Did I build the ship myself? This is sadly not a ship module that I built myself, but you totally built the ship yourself, Patrick. You design everything. You design the quarters, you design what kind of rooms they have, what kind of weapons they have, what kind of electricity you want to have in your ship. Everything. Every little nook and cranny you do on yourself. I have a little bit of damage, do I? Oh yeah, over here the thruster had got some shots off. Good. Imagine FTL on steroids. Hyper jump relay to... Wait, there's different systems? Is there a way that I can even go... Hold your horses? What? Okay. They're going up in the... Wow. Can you join like a faction and help them spread and take over the world or something like that? Or can you make your own faction? Dude. Time to build an empire and suddenly it's Stellaris. Ships can far bigger too. This one costs somewhere around 100k credits. When competitors started is 1.5 million. And some people like building ships for Tens of millions. Wow. Stellaris is great. I agree. I agree. We played it yesterday. Exclamation mark title, Chad, if you want the link to check out the game. Put it on your wish list. Try the demo. Okay, so in this area we're looking for... There he is. Hello there, friend. Let's have a look at you. What are you? Ooh. Oh! We destroyed his thrusters! Let's see if we can kill the cockpit. If we can kill the cockpit before he can do anything... Oh, this was so good! Bye-bye! So, let's mine the hyperdrive. And let's mine this one over here as well. Especially, go put in your wish list. It greatly increases the chance of... yeah, definitely. Go wish list it, try the demo. All the kind of things. I actually like our little combat shippy that we have. So, let's go for these two, and then we're gonna come back. Although we gotta just do that one over there, and then we sadly have to prepare for the next one. Chat, hit exclamation mark Tacticon in chat. It will give you the full schedule for today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. This is the demo of the game. No, this is the full game. The full early access. But there's a demo to try. Exclamation mark title. It should give you the link towards the game. Where's the last guy over here? There we go. All cannons are in. Let's try to destroy the cannon first. And once the cannon is over... There we go. Let's shoot the thrusters. Another thruster. Beautiful. Man, the hits are... Oh my goodness. And there it goes. Boom. Oh, wait a bit. Can I cancel that? Never mind. Speed this up. Good. Towards to the next. I noticed that we don't have an... oh shit, are we ramming it? Just rammed it. We don't have a hyperdrive, it looks like, on this ship. Let's have... There he is. Beautiful. All man's on deck. Last fight of tonight. With Cosmoteer. What do we have here? A big cannon. Let's go for the cockpit. Oh, that is a huge cannon. There we go. Cockpit shots, and it's empty. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so the starting moment is not that terrible of difficult. Probably because of our shield. The shield gives us a big advantage at the beginning, it looks like. But, man, this is great. This is great! I hope, Chad, you enjoyed our first title of the night. Cosmoteer. Let me bring up the full title because it's pretty long. Cosmoteer, Starship Architect and Commander. Go check it out. Wishlist it. It will be in the description. Is it exclamation mark titles? Oops. Titles. There we go. English good. Why is it titel? Did I? Oh, it's titel. What the hell? I Germanized it myself in my head apparently. I will fix that. I will fix that. Okay, one last showdown here. One last showdown here. Oh, look at that. 3 contacts even. Let's go ham on this. Cruise quarters. Dude, that is twisting like a shuriken. What the hell? Another one bites the dust. You did her spinning? Yeah, that was crazy. Well, that was very inconvenient. 2 ships down. Wow. Down with the crew quarters. Boom! We have some small repairs to do. Easy. Easy. I guess these 2 are fighting. Or not. Oh, they are. Well, let's help the mats. Boom! Perfect. Perfect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful time with Cosmoteer. I definitely did. Go check it out. Links will be in the description down below. Thanks for also joining on the DevTALK. If you have any questions, once you will watch the video, I will make sure to redirect them to the developers. Or maybe even Walt will check out the comments on himself as well. Thanks for watching.